Hello, I'm the Velvet Curtain. Welcome to the 25 o'clock show New Artist Special. Now, you may have noticed that of late I've been encouraging struggling unsigned artists to send me their work to help promote their music at this difficult time. This is not just because I like being sent free albums and I hope to sell them on eBay. In fact, I was rather hoping for at least a mention in the New Year's honours list, but no. This year, all the gongs have gone out to a bunch of so-called ordinary people who've been working selflessly on behalf of others at a time of national crisis. Plus, of course, the usual round of self-promoting, charity-chasing lubbies who get kudos just for doing their highly paid jobs. Anyway, the response has been overwhelming, and the 25 o'clock show has been completely swamped with a copy of the first album by contemporary folk duo Armoured Man. Confusingly, the band were originally called Natives, and the album was to be called Armoured Man, but on discovering that there was at least one other folk group called Natives, and faced with the tedium of a potential Bodrans at Dawn situation, they switched it around. The duo consists of Adam Thomas on vocals, mandolin, piano, cello and violin, and Lewis Burrell, hope I pronounced that correctly, also on vocals, plus guitars, drums, percussion, piano, organ and field recordings. The album was recorded from their homes during the lockdown and encompasses all the absolute best aspects of DIY music. That is, art for art's sake, right down to the cel-painted artwork and handwritten sleeve notes. On their SoundCloud site, they describe themselves as a gutsy, raw and earthy multi-instrumental contemporary folk duo from the flatlands of East Anglia. Now, if this album is anything to go by, and if I was a record reviewer, I might add that their self-penned music is emotionally charged with possibilities and has a lyrical intensity and purity of delivery that you don't often hear these days. Luckily, I'm not a record reviewer, so all you need to do is listen to the album and make up your own mind. The first track is called Bergholt, which I believe refers to a series of paintings by John Constable. I'll talk to you afterwards.
I am that man with his back on a tree, resting in the golden green of the pale evening, and I am the sky, slate blue, stretching out the light, skimming clouds across the lie of the flatlands, and I am the road that my feet have always known, but the home where it goes holds no welcome. So how much do I have to pay to get a goddamn drink in this place? To see clagging East Anglian clay in between all the gold and the endless grandeur, all the guilt, the generosity of donors, and I don't belong here. So bring me an axe and the smell of the soil and the damp of the dew in the morning, and give me the grey of the sea and the sky and the cry of the cold curlew calling, and give me the strength to rise up overhead and the hearts and the hands of my kinsmen in a land full of sky where the nights no stars, no one man should be a kingdom. So how much do I have to pay to get a goddamn drink in this place? Or do I have to leave every day, and everyone knows everyone, and everyone wishes they knew no one but themselves, and everybody's lonely round here, and I don't belong here. place. What is it you think that you do? It gives me no right to my home over you. One day all your riches will be strewn all across every acre, every hectare that you hold, holding happiness inside a hollow heart. It could be measured, but I don't belong here. I don't belong here. No, I don't belong here. Outside the primary school, the sparrowhawk lay dead in the gravel of the grubby Yorkshire snow. And I looked into her eye, the black bar feathers on her chest, and it reminded me of home. And that year the winter came down, and it clung to the ground like a shivering skin. And we watched our footprints disappear in falling snow, and felt like children again. When I had no job, me and my dad were digging ditches in the ground so we could build a wall. Moving earth and moving muscle makes me sweat, makes me smile, and makes me wonder if this is what I'm for. And watching us was the robin, his beady black eye waiting to turn up worms. 'Cause we are the wild boars who blunder through the earth, and we don't understand what we learn. So get away, get away. I can't stand you dancing, so get away. Now as I sit destitute and desperate at my desk, my body slowly, surely dying from disuse. The matchsticks in my limbs are strained to snapping with the thought of everything I want but I could never do. So I steel myself with drink and I step out in the night and do impressions of a man. My arms and legs are kimbo and my hips are set in stone, and my brain and mouth will kill me if they can. So get away, get away. I can't stand you dancing, so get away. I don't understand the way you behave. I'm tired of you dancing, so go away.
skies change the shape today. The gaps and lines, the blues and grey look like a flag. The birds, they circle aimlessly like satellites without TV. Contours that we penciled in, erase them now to start again. Let's start again. Wood of dust and petrol fume. It smells like we might get rain soon. Best get a coat. There's only air, we took the space to build a home in our own taste. But underground your atoms parade to corners just to start again. Let's start again. He was brave and strong, and so it took 4 men to get him to the floor. To the floor. He was brave and strong, and so it took 4 men to get him to the floor. To the floor. Let's start again. To the floor. Let's start again. His hands are as big as shovels. His voice is as deep as diamonds in the floor. He's 6'4". He once was as strong as a lion. His chest is as wide as the trunks of the trees. Size 12 feet. He's digging holes so you don't have to. Digging holes so you don't have to. Grips tight as pliers. You won't get him on that diet. Yes, it's true. He really likes his food, his food.
stubble. If you piss it off, there's trouble. It's true. He'll throw his hammer at you. He's digging holes so you don't have to. Digging holes so you don't have to. He's digging holes. Digging holes. Digging holes. Digging holes. Digging holes so you don't have to. 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 Digging holes. Digging holes. He's digging holes. Digging holes.
Build my house, a brick at a time, turning switches and the lights go on. Build my house from reason and rhyme, nerves and twitches, muscle and bone. Paint my house, colour I choose, cloak it in midnight, covered in leaves, wriggling wires and fold like limbs, blinking at daylight, coming through trees.
Please don't look at me like that. Don't know how to act. I'm an animal. I am an animal. Don't look at me like that. I don't know how to act. I'm an animal. I am an animal. And if I stand up, hammer I'll beat, thumping signals through the floor. If I get drunk, step over lines, won't take credit, line is yours. Please don't look at me like that. Don't know how to act. I'm an animal. I'm an animal. Don't look at me like that. Don't know how to act. I'm an animal. I'm an animal. I never should have known better than I should. Never have known at all. And if I should have known better than I should, never have known at all.
Don't look at me like
Don't
that.
look at me like that.
Don't know how to act.
Don't know how
Well, I suppose it was the man who puts purple round the potholes, who was told to tie your antlers with a plastic bag. And in the fragile morning fog, blazing bilious and yellow, we waved a warning of something alien, something bad. As if the presence of your corpse was some affront to our logic, and it awakened a lifeless longing we've outgrown. And I could feel your breath as it was carried on, the morning and the weight of your body on my own. And I was alone, and I was alone, and I was alone again. It's not your fault that there are no wolves anymore. It's not your fault that all the wolves are gone. My hands, they remembered every movement of your throat, and the clutch of your hair as I traced your flanks, as they rose and they fell, as the breath left your body and left you broken and bewildered on the tarmac banks. And I long for the heat and the iron of your blood flowing freely between my fingers and over my hands. But you were alone on the road, with your head smashed to smithereens by a machine that you could never understand. You're just like a man, you're just like a man, you're more like a man than I am. And it's not your fault that there are no wolves anymore. It's not your fault that all the wolves are gone. And I should have stopped, I should have told you that I miss you, that I need you, that I wish I could have killed you when I had the chance. Every plan we've ever made is just pissing in the wind, and it's taking everything it takes not to fall apart. In spite of all my reason and in spite of all my progress, I pray for primacy, for potency, for song. But I was laid to a place where I am barely present, so I put my foot on the pedal and I drove on. Then I was gone. Then I was gone, and then I was gone. Soon we'll all be gone. And it's not my fault that there are no wolves anymore. But I can't stop the winters from growing warm. And it's not my fault that you were bound by muscle, tooth and claw. But I don't know what to do now all the wolves are gone. We made an avalanche, sliding on roadside, down the sides of the reservoir, before they put water in. We made an engine, piled up hay bales in the dark field, as the evening drew in. We made our way home, wrapped in heavy clothes, not talking about anything. And oh, your life begins, and nobody tells you, nobody tells you. And oh, they let you in, and then they explain to you that you don't know any of the rules. We made an avalanche. We made smoke rings, sitting in circles, where we made dams as boys to stop the stream from flowing. We sat on brick walls in the stubble of the grave, under street lights, under trees we could not name. And oh, your life begins, and nobody tells you, nobody tells you. No, they let you in, and then they explain to you you don't know any of the rules. We made an avalanche. We made a monster out of everything round us, gathering speed. I watched the days dissolve, tumbling and turning, swirling in alcohol. I made myself a home, and oh, your life begins, but nobody tells you, nobody tells you. And no, they let you in, and then they explain to you that you don't know any of the rules. We made an avalanche. 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 I am alone in a heap in the bathroom again, like a pile of crumpled clothes. My bones and my body are wearing thin. My skin is the colour of the dead, and my eyes are the red of the rage I'm buried in. Faced with the maze of the days as they cave in my brain, I have made a list. Little one, the snows have all melted, the winter is gone and it's time. You saw the sun, though I know it's the very first sun you have seen, and I know you want to run back to the cave, to the shelter of trees, and to hide from everyone the secrets they know and and they all seem to keep. But now you're awake and you can't just go back to sleep. You found me quivering and quaking and shaking, and you shook me and told me you loved me, though whatever I was facing, though I couldn't escape it, outrun or erase it, I was good enough to face it, though I didn't believe it. I could tell that you meant it. Little one, when you wake from the womb with a song in your lungs, I hope it fills the room like the greatest chorus the dawn's ever known. And I hope you know the moon and the stars as your maps and the trees as your bones. And I hope, little one, that you learn as you grow that you're never completely alone. Know that you're scared as if caught unawares, and you can't let on you feel unsure. 'Cause everyone's so sure how you should feel. I bet you wish you felt nothing at all. The doubt and the duty, the drudgery seemingly endless, the inevitability must weigh like the weight of waiting out days till you don't have to wait anymore. Just hoping the day will come when you don't have to try anymore. But in spite of our talking, you never quite got to the bottom of it all. But I know you'll be there when your son's in a heap on the bathroom floor. You'll pick him up and you'll let him weep until he can't weep anymore. Little one, when you wake from the womb with a song in your lungs, I hope it fills the room like the greatest chorus the dawn's ever known. And I hope you know the moon and the stars as your maps and the trees as your bones. And I hope, little one, that whatever you are, you're your father's son. Whatever you are, you're your father's son. Like every man, all I want to be is half as good as the man before me. And like every man, everything that I do 'cause the world leaves me feeling confused. If you are an island and you're smashed by the sea, and the billow water is all you can see. If you need a hero, don't let it be me. It's like every man, I am a fraud, and my body doesn't belong in the time I was born. And like every man, I've never been here before. And every new day is revealing new flaws. And like every man, I am afraid of these things that I have to do every day, and the things they can do when I fall in a rage. But though I'm a man, I am ready to feel safe. If you are an island and you're smashed by the sea, and the billowing black water is all you can see, if you look beside you, that's where I'll be. Though you might have to look hard to see me. Every man, I'll let you down, and I'll lose all my friends, burn my home to the ground with my anger, my pride, but I won't make a sound. 'Cause my days are empty when you're not around. And if you need a hero, how could it be me? Because there are no heroes outside make-believe. But if you need a boat to cross over the sea, I'll learn to swim and you can row with me. And if you need a broad chest to lay down your head, and somebody to warm up your side of the bed, and some strong arms to hold you with your black and red. Well, I could be all of those things instead. So if you are an island and you're lost in the sea, and the waves are raging and the black water's deep, well, I'll be with you and you'll be with me. And I will be here for as long as you need. The blood pours from my knuckles as the sun rises on the roadside, and I am still trying to find my way home. The cars slow and they swerve, sound their horns at the sight of my body bare and cursing at the dawn. And the drink in my veins stole reason from my brain, and I am filled with a rage at everything that I can't place. But the mountains look the same, the green and the grey of another day, day upon endless days. Your voice rolls around my brain like the sound of thunder coming over the hillside before rain. So let me be washed away, carry me far from everyone I know and everything I've done and must become. And give me a wandering heart, and give me a wandering eye, and let me wander till I no longer ask why. And I am fit to die. My anger is my own. I carry it with me where I go, and I have darknesses and I have many storms, and you should know that one day I won't make it home. And the first time that I felt the weight of every single second on my shoulders, I was 17 years old. Blinded by the panic and the problem and the pride, I hid myself from everyone I know. And I smashed up all the sunlight and the daylight from my days and curled myself into a fist, into a ball. As if my future and my feelings and my fears were nothing but a blood stain on a wall. And the darkness took my brothers and my mother, though it left my father be, yeah, it seemed to leave him sane. So I buried all my bruises, all my blushes, all my basic instincts, hoping I would turn out the same. And I know I look to you to take it all away, I look to you to purge me of my pain. Though I never really told you what it was, I was a boy and I could not explain. And I just wanted you to stay. So I told myself that misery's a rhythm and a righteous way of living, stoicism the same as scorn, all the while just desperately casting for some comfort, for some counsel on the problem of being born. Thrown into a life you didn't ask for, didn't choose, with a brain half built for bloodshed and a body you can't put to use. You're chewed up in society, stitched up in a suit, and there is no time for questions, there is no time to lose, and there are days that feel like torture, like a tunnel with the walls closing in, or the chatter of the people like a noose, like thunder, everything a reminder of my failure and everything I do. When the future is a trap, in the present full of pitfalls, and the past is never what anybody says it was, and the violence of the voices feeds the monster in my muscles, and my head is like a gaping wound, and I just don't know how to share it with you. 'Cause my anger is my own. marry you, and maybe I'll be true to you, and maybe you will see straight through every line I sell to you. I swear I wasn't there again, or I'll have learned by then to lie through my back teeth. And maybe I will have to look upon the faces of our daughters and our sons and say I'm sorry, I'm not the man you thought I was. And they'll reply their mother's eyes, well, weary and surprised, don't think we haven't heard you cry at night. Well, how can I prepare them for a world that scares me witless, where everything is dying from our decadent indifference? How can I make my own children bear witness to my evil, my violence, my failure, my weakness? And how can I negotiate the nightmare of existence and the humdrum horror of a life lived at a distance, where the patience and the piety, the puritanical persistence will all come to nothing? There is no resistance, and maybe you can find something that you love, senseless, the drumming, droning, dying days are so relentless, and each and every one of us is completely defenseless. So calm, corner of hope, happiness. It's my anger, it's my own. I carry it with me where I go. I have darknesses and I have many storms. You should know I try to make it home. I try to make it home. One day I will make it home.
And you've been listening to a 25 o'clock show new artist special with me, the Velvet Curtain. And we featured, I say we, I mean it's only me here, Armoured Man and their album Natives. Really think that's brilliant, love it. Final track's called Storms actually, that's a bit of a tour de force, isn't it? A full track listing can be obtained by looking under the 25 o'clock show at the Radio Lewis website. I do believe that you can download copies from download a copy of the album itself from Bandcamp, or of course you can always look on eBay and put in a bid for a signed copy of that particular album. A real bargain at £10, and that's just the opening bid. Fantastic. Also, you might wish to look at their SoundCloud account. There doesn't seem to be anything on it at the moment, so unless they're doing John Cage covers, I really suggest they put some stuff on there. You may also like to know that they can't play live at the moment for obvious reasons, but I do believe they're doing stuff with Hotbox, which is a live streaming service, so you can look into that. There you are, Armoured Man, top stuff. Next time on the 25 o'clock show, I'll be continuing with Across the Universe Part 2, continuing the story of John Lennon and his creative process. Right, hope to see you then. Bye!